Hello everybody, Dragon47 here, and I hope you're all having a spooky October and Halloween. I know it's a bit early, but why not celebrate the entirety of October, with the spooky season? After all, that's what it's meant for, right? So, in this video, we're going to talk about the Halloween Cup and what spooky team cores that I have cooked up for you guys and ones that I have seen be competitive in the past. I'm really hoping that at some point we do get Mimiku into the game. Come on, Niantic. Today, we seriously need this Pokemon. You've been teasing us with like the backpack and the hat, and even probably the costume at some point. We really need to just have that Pokemon in there. And Graveyard is a good add, but that's not necessarily the spooky Pokemon that we're all looking for. Without further ado, let's dive straight onto the video. So, we're going to talk about the Halloween Team Cup cores. A few of these cores I snagged from the Go Hub. A few of these I snagged from previous stuff, like I said before, in past metas. And a lot of this I also snagged from the PvPoke website, which I highly suggest you guys look at when deciphering what teams you want to be building and seeing what coverages that you need to have filled for the role of your team. And for this year, we're going to talk about the Queen's core. So, no, I haven't finished making my Nidoqueen yet. I'm just racking up the dust. This is probably one of the strongest team cores, to be honest with you, is going to be Nidoqueen and Azumarill. I guarantee you'll probably be seeing that a lot because it's just that good. If you don't know what the Halloween Cup is, basically, you are only allowed to use Fairy, Dark, Ghost, Bug, and Poison type Pokemon in the league. That is it. That is all you're allowed to use. And with that kind of comes a smaller version of the league that we currently have, but it makes a lot of those other Pokemon like the Poisons and the Bugs actually kind of useful where they're not super duper great as of in the main meta. The Queen's definitely a really solid team comp. Nidoqueen or Shadow Nidoqueen will do, and then you partner it up with Azumarill and then whatever you choose in the back. Mandaqueen, again, pretty much the same thing as the other comp, just a bulky Pokemon with Nidoqueen. Mandibuzz is going to be really, really good here, so you might want to keep your eyes peeled for, that type of a team core. A Tonking core is going to be something along the lines of Azumarill and Umbreon. These two Pokemon together work really, really well for bulking it up, and then if you have a DPS in the lead or something, it's incredibly great. Comp involving Sableye and Ninetales. I know this team is a little more fragile than the ones that I previously mentioned, but if you partner it up with a good tank, you'll do just fine. I think you want to lead a Ninetales or with Charm. Yeah, you pretty much want Charm for this meta, and if you don't want Charm, then Powder Snow can be kind of good to deal with Nidoqueen, but I would highly suggest Charm. It's just the superior fairy move as of the current moment. Jelly Steel, this is one that I saw online that I thought was really, really cool, and the idea and concept of is you want to partner up Jellicent with. And then the standard OG core, the one that everybody seems to use every year, is the classic Cofagrigus and Umbreon core. This one has been around for a long period of time. This one, honestly, was used by, everybody. It was just mirror match after mirror match of Cofagrigus and Umbreon. You'll probably see this team core a lot during the Halloween Cup. And some other ones that I thought were worth mentioning that I didn't put up on here because I ran out of room, and well, frankly, I didn't want to put every single one of them in. I'll just put them up here on the screen for you. So, another good team core is the Jester core, which is Nido Scrafty. Personally, I don't have a good Scrafty, so I can't tell you how good this core will actually be, but it's decently strong. ABB cores, for those of you who want to do the ABA or ABB strategy, I would look into playing Jellicent and Azumarill for the first core. You're probably going to be looking at Scrafty and Zweilous for the second one. You're going to be looking at Crustle and T-Tar for the third one. And honestly, you're probably going to be looking at Crustle and Wormadam for a Bug core. I couldn't come up with anything better for the Bug core. Spicy team cores. So these ones are going to be for the spicy people who want to try and run things that don't necessarily cover each other's weaknesses, but are still just, in general, pretty good Pokemon nonetheless. Umbreon and Beedrill would be really, really spicy. This team covers a lot of the fairies, with Beedrill being a poison bug type, and then Umbreon takes out all of the ghosts and all of the Just tanks all the hits for the Beedrill. Trevenant and Mawile would be really, really interesting. Mawile with that fire and fairy coverage, maybe steel, depending on what you're seeing. And then Trevenant just being, you know, average Trevenant. Azu and Crustle together would be kind of interesting. And Mandy plus X-Cavalier would be a very interesting pick as well. Powerful Pokemon for this meta that I don't necessarily have team cores with, but you should still keep your eyes peeled for anyways, involve Quillfish, mainly the Hisuian one. Or gotta watch out for that Greninja. Alolan Marowak is a classic. There's Toxapex, Skeledridge. Shadow Scizor is really, really cool, by the way. I really like the fact that that Pokemon is really, really good. Runegregus and Cofagrigus, if I haven't already mentioned those already. You gotta keep your eyes open for Frostless. Technically, Galarian Moltres, if the people have it. Golbat's gonna be rather solid. That goes same for Carbink, who's just, you know, degenerate Carbink players. And then, of course, Tentacruel as a poison water type. These are all the top metamons that I think are going to personally do the best in the meta. And frankly, I honestly hope you all do particularly well for those of you who are doing the Halloween. Let me know. Are you guys doing the Halloween Cup? Or are you guys going to skip and do things like Ultra League, Master League, or Great League, depending on which one's open? Let me know down in the comments below. And without further ado, that'll pretty much wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great one. And have a happy Halloween! Hey guys, I also forgot. I kind of made this at the end of the last video. During Halloween Part 2, when it comes up, don't forget, you want to be saving those charge TMs because later and pretty soon, you're going to have a shadow event where you're going to want to have those TMs ready to get rid of the frustration moves on the Pokemon you have. Like, I know for a fact that I have, like, a few of these Pokemon that have frustration right down here on it, and this is the only time for you to be able to get rid of that move. So be sure to TM your frustration off of your shadows during this second week, because you might not be able to do that again for a very long period of time.